Looks like we can take this fifth wheel out of the bed of the truck now that we have a bumper pull trailer. Less weight, more space. And now I have some bed space back. So with that check engine lights on, that's gonna be fun. And look at that, 11.7 miles per gallon. Woohoo! That's gonna postpone the trip. I was planning on taking the white truck and the new trailer out to Yellowstone, and it is looking like it's not gonna happen because that is a clogged EGR system. And if you know anything about cars and diesels in particular, the EGR system is exhaust gas recirculation. So they take all your dirty exhaust and put it back into your engine, and it clogs up your engine. And then we all pay to get it fixed, and they take all the chemicals and dump them out anyway. So, you know, that's a lot of fun. But I am taking this over to get it all squared away. I also have an oven in the back that I'm taking to the salvage yard. So, gotta get rid of that, and maybe they'll give me a couple of bucks of scrap metal. I don't care, I just want the thing gone out of the back of the truck. We're gonna try and get that tonneau cover. This is a custom fabrication shop that I'm taking it to, you know, they're a diesel performance shop. And I'm gonna see what they can do about that toolbox. I don't know if you can see it there, but there's a toolbox back there, and that toolbox interferes with all kinds of plans, as I mentioned in a previous video, about putting a cover on the back. So one of you very smart people in the comments said, why don't you just take the lid off of that toolbox? Because the tonneau cover or the truck topper will be a lid anyway. Well, I'm gonna try and take the lid off of it and see what I can put on top instead. It's always kind of nerve-wracking going into the salvage yard. First off, first time crossing the scales in a dually. I mean, the big trucks do it all the time, but this is my first time. And there are no guardrails on the side, no bumpers like at the bowling alley for the kids. The stove is gone from the back. According to the scales, that stove weighed 200 pounds. So they gave me $9 for it. And the truck weighs 9,120 pounds. I'm kind of impressed. My regular truck, I had a Ram 1500 before this. My regular truck was only 6,000 pounds, so this one's only 3,000 pounds heavier. Several $1,000s worth of tires going into a lot filled with nails and broken glass, and I mean, they do a really good job cleaning the place up. I love coming here. It's a fantastic business, and they pay you to bring trash. Can't beat that. So back on the road to the auto repair place. One of the cool tips that I have gotten here recently is to get this stuff called arch oil. I think that's how you pronounce it. It is diesel treatment. It's supposed to boost cetane. Cetane is like octane for gas, but it's cetane for diesels. Because apparently American diesel is crap now. And it's also supposed to help clean out your injectors and get you higher performance and better gas mileage and all kinds of stuff. And this truck apparently has a pretty dirty engine. This is the 6.4 liter Power Stroke, and what I understand now is that the new 6.7 liter Power Strokes have an even worse problem. They're using a Bosch diesel pump from Germany that is rated for European diesel fuels and not American diesel fuels. And when that thing goes south, it takes the whole engine with it and is very expensive. So there is an upgrade that you can get to fix that. But I don't have the 6.7, so I don't have 6.7 liter problems. I got 6.4 liter problems. We're gonna get them fixed. That's a good looking setup right there. We are all hitched up and ready to go. My God, this thing is big. On the road. I'm in the dinette in the living room, dining room, kitchen combination thing. And then through the window, you can see the bedroom window. It's kind of weird. It's kind of cool, but it's kind of weird. This is the tonneau cover that I wound up getting installed. It is a backflip model, and so far it does the job. There are a lot of different models. One of the things I'm not happy with the shop about is that they didn't ask me which one I wanted, and they put the wrong one on at first, and then they put this one on. And then I had to get on the road, and there's not much I can do about it because I got to get on the road. I got life to do, and part of that is leaving. And one of the things about owning an RV is that you leave wherever it was that you are, and you can't solve all of the problems all of the time. So I'm using a backflip. It's not the backflip's fault. It's just they made a better model that I wanted, that I explained that I wanted, and this is what I got. Good times. We're in the new RV. I got it to the campsite. I got it leveled. I got it set up. I put water in the fresh tank. I turned the water pump on. It doesn't work. and I don't know where it is yet, because this is our shakedown trip. We're gonna spend a week at a campsite about a half an hour away from the rental that we were staying in for the last 2 months or so while we sold old RV, bought new RV, got RV things ready, got on the road, got truck fixed, etc., etc. And so I'm gonna be making a list of all the things I need to do in order to get this RV working. First off, it's like 90 degrees outside, which is ludicrous. It's Wisconsin. It shouldn't be this warm. I turned the air conditioner off, but no, I'm not gonna. It is, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours now it's been running, and the temperature hasn't dropped at all. It didn't help that I left the blinds up on the windows when I left to do the laundry, but the laundry's all done, and they had air conditioning at the laundromat, so that was nice. Where is the water pump? And I'm gonna guess it's under the kitchen sink somewhere. Report soon. Yay! Yay! That pink stuff means they took care of it when they winterized it. I'd like to see that. Okay, so what was it? It was in bypass mode, and the water pump in this model is under the sink. So you reach in and you turn it from bypass mode to through mode, and the pump starts pumping water. Wonderful. I'm going to try something this season that I didn't do before. What I am going to do is I am going to work exclusively off of the freshwater tank. I am not going to connect to city water. The thought process, the theory here is if you connect to city water, it's an unknown pressure, and the water pump is a telltale, it's a canary. It gives you a whole lot of information. If you are running your water pump and you're just sitting there doing nothing, no water faucets on, no toilets flushing, no showers going, no nothing going on, and you hear it kick in, that means you got a leak somewhere. Whereas if you were connected to city water and you go to bed and you wake up and you step out onto the wet floor, that's when you know you have a leak. So I'm hoping it's going to help out. Also, it will guarantee that the pump always works, because if it stops working, I will know it immediately and I'll be able to go fix it. So we'll figure out if this is a good strategy or not. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. That little valve right there. Group 24 lithium iron phosphate battery going in from Red Odeo. See, to me, that sound of the rain hitting the skylight over the exhaust fan sounds a whole lot like water dripping onto the floor in the trailer somewhere. And in a new trailer at night, that's not a sound you want to hear. Luckily, it's just rain hitting the skylight. But I was a little worried. Inside of this cabinet, we found out that there was a board missing underneath of the bottom shelf. I don't know how that board was missing. I would assume it was missing from the factory. So I cut a piece of wood and I put it in there and I secured the shelf back. These are the little things that I wanted to fix during this shakedown campout. Oh, and we found out that the refrigerator doesn't work. See, if you take a residential refrigerator and you stick it inside of an RV and you store it for 6 months or so over the winter, all the seals dry out and all the refrigerant leaves the refrigerator. And then no matter whether the compressor's working or not, there ain't nothing to make cold, so it don't make cold. I'll have a video coming out on installing this refrigerator, which is a 12-volt only RV refrigerator, in the future. So be sure you're subscribed to see that. Another interesting thing is the pedestal. This is our 30 amp plug, and we have the 30 amp breaker on only. The 50 is off and the 20 is off. And it is kind of interesting because the air conditioner seems to be tripping the breaker, but only when there's a bunch of other stuff going on, and I still need to figure all of this stuff out on this RV. Our last RV, we never had a problem like this, but our last RV was a trim level up, a size smaller, and a kind of a different purpose than this one was. I found out that I was running the air conditioner and the hot water heater at the same time, which is actually a lot of draw. And I also found out that if I'm running my Ninja plugged into the camper, it will also trip the breaker because the Ninja uses quite a lot of electricity. So, being a resourceful guy that I am, I've got some big old batteries, and these batteries will handle running the Ninja. They'll probably handle running the air conditioner. So I've got some more testing to do. So there'll be some more videos out on that, especially another video on this battery, because this is the first portable solar generator I've seen that has a 30 amp plug. It's pretty slick. One of the other things that I need to work on is this bike rack here. I have been trying to find a solution for mounting bikes on a RV truck trailer combination for a while, and I've got a whole lot of examples of what not to do. And I hope that this one isn't another example of what not to do. So in the follow-up to the next video, there will also be some information on bike rack type stuff to avoid for sure, and my impressions of this bike rack here in my setup with this big old truck and this big old trailer. The first week in the camper was really nice. It was good to be back on the road. It was good to be back out of the apartment, out of the square box life, and get out and see some scenery and enjoy the lake and get that feeling going again. After that, the next thing that I need to do is get on the road and get down to Huntsville, Alabama. So be sure you are subscribed to the channel to see the progress of that trip, because that's going to be several days where I'm driving 3 hours a day, finding a place to camp, 3 hours a day, finding a place to camp, in order to make sure that everything works out the way that it's supposed to work out. And we're going to be on the road, so there ain't much we can do about it anyhow. There's a video right over here I think you'll enjoy next. I'll see you over there.